Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where last episode we thought that we were finishing off the war in heaven, but we haven't, and I have found at least one enemy planet. So if we go into here and then we go to the Zikmok's diplomacy, we can quickly move to their capital here, like so. This is their current capital, Vra. They have a single xenomorph army there. That is over here. So we can actually get there fairly swiftly-ish with our army here. So our army comes to Enigma's End, and then from there, we go to Demon's Maw. We will arrive there in 17 days, and then we'll just jump drive over, and we'll land. Oh, we're on normal speed. Gross. Can we go up to fastest? Thank you. Every time I restart the game, it resets our speed, and that's kind of obnoxious. But whatever. It's fine. We're at 44 influence right now. There's rising unemployment. That's fine. And scum and villainy. That's very rude. We are, for now, going to work on... Why are we lacking 8 here? Oh, it's 51, isn't it? That's right. For some reason, I was thinking it was 41. I don't know why. Very strange. Regardless, we're going to... Our jump drive is on CD for 24 days. We're going to wait for that CD. Now, they might land over here. If they do, that's fine. All we want is this war to be over. We're not going to get this planet. So yeah, it looks like they are landing here. That's completely fine if they do. If they're not going to land, we will, just to end the war. But I think they might be. Maybe not. So we'll head in here. Is this the final planet? That's a definite maybe. Did they land? They did not. Okay, so they left. Well, yes, they left. Well, they're here, but here we come. We're going to take Vra, and I believe this is the final planet. But if there are more, then we can always go for those. It's not a problem.
Our landing party has reached enemy shores.
It's only the single xenomorph army, and that army was already pre-damaged. So this shouldn't be an issue. Now, they're going to take control of this. This is not going to go to us. That's okay.
A system has been charted.
There we go. After a long and bloody conflict, the war that begun as a battle between two ancient empires has ended in the destruction of both at the hands of the younger races. For all their ancient technological might, the arrogance and inflexibility of these ancient giants proved their undoing. And now they're gone, reduced to no more than another set of broken ruins of the past. A new age dawns on the galaxy, and from now on, the fate of the younger races will be entirely their own to decide. This will be the age of the Democratic Association of the Majority of the Pictlings. So our name is a little long for this event. We may have broken this a little bit, but we are indeed the Democratic Association of the Majority of the Pictlings. So that's great. I love it. Okay, so we're going to take these guys back to Haven Sky. They'll arrive there in 97 days. Not too bad. We can build mining stations here, and we can get started on our starbase in Urantok. And so we shall. And now, we're kind of waiting at this point to see what happens with the League of Non-Aligned Powers. Do they fall apart without an enemy to fight? I suspect the answer is yes. We're going to fill in gaps. Yes, we knew that that was going to happen. We're going to fill in gaps. We're going to take out these last unbidden territories if we get an opportunity to. We should probably take the Diamond Saphite over to, like, Lemsa for right now. For right now, we're going to bide our time. We're going to wait a little while and see if they're going to fall apart. If they're not going to fall apart, by the time all of these systems are claimed and Unbidden is completely gone, then we will fight the Federation as a whole. We definitely have the power to do so. Like, definitely. We have expanded dramatically. Extraordinarily dramatically, due to the Unbidden and the War in Heaven. So that's great. Okay, so the Destican Unity is actually the leader of the League. Okay, cool. These guys are a member. The Interstellar Tizru polity has joined the League of Non-Aligned Powers. Okay, we'll see if they manage to hold that together. That's completely their prerogative to join, so that's fine. This tech world requires a system capital complex, and we'll go ahead and do that. This forge world also requires a system capital complex, as does this trade station, although that's a Habitat Central control.
We grow ever stronger.
Cool. This mining world, yep. And then there's a lot down over here. Okay. So, we need to do some terraformation. We're going to terraform all of these over into ocean worlds. That is, of course, our current primary goal. And in fact, we may want to be ticking forward whilst doing this for the moment. Now, many of these we just conquered, and so they're not particularly happy with us. And some of them have some pretty extreme devastation currently, although not these. So that's fine. We'll go ahead and terraform this one. This is already an ocean world. That's beautiful. And we're doing fine on cash, so no issues there. And yeah, these are not valid. So that's fine. There's devastation here, for sure. Okay, this is currently set up as a generator world. I'm not sure it needs to be one. Why do we have a research institute on here? Like, there's no other science generated. What are you doing, AI? What are you doing? We're going to replace this with an energy grid. This generator world here really shouldn't be a generator world. We're going to change that off of its auto designation into a forge world. And we are going to put in a Ministry of Production. There we go. Now, this is a factory world, and it's got a bunch of auto forges and an affluence center. That's fine. We can put in an industrial district. This is set up as a generator world. This is probably not necessary. We're going to have this go to a tech world. And we'll put in the system capital complex. Cool. Now, this is an agri world. I like it. We'll put in a system capital complex. We will put in a... not a hydroponics farm. A food processing facility. That'll be fine. This factory world here, it doesn't actually produce consumer goods for us, although it would have for the AI. So we're going to switch that over to a forge world and put in a system capital complex as well as a Ministry of Production. This generator world here, I mean, it's really an administrative world more than anything, right? Although this research institute, once again, is completely and totally pointless. We're going to put in a moat harvesting trap instead, since there's some free volatile moats there. We get a lot of them, but that's fine. And we'll put in an admin office and upgrade these. Cool. Nothing to be done on these two worlds for the moment. This factory world here, we're going to go ahead and put in alloy mega forges and swap this on over to a forge world. Since we have auto forges here, I mean, it's not actually going to help. Nourishment center, sure. We could also repair this nourishment center eventually. This is a mining world. I guess that's fine. And we should also probably put in a Ministry of Production for the moment. Okay. Unification Center. I like it. Moat harvesting traps are available here. We'll put in 2 of those. And we're going to put in an admin office. We're going to upgrade the Cyto Revitalization Center and upgrade everything else there. Okay. This is a unification center as well. I guess that's okay. We can put in an admin office for the time being and do something like that. This is set up as a forge world, kind of an awkward forge world. And one that needs a lot of jobs. We have an overabundance of housing. We're going to swap these over to industrial districts. And we're also going to put in an alloy foundry. Okay. And this is a fortress world. There's a lot of devastation here. For now, all we're going to do is put in a system capital complex and call that good. There's a lot of unemployment here, so we'll see how that ends up going. Okay, so there's all of that under control for the time being. We'll let those constructions finish up. We do need to build mining stations over here. Cool. So we've got a lot of gaps to fill in. There's no doubt about that. We are going to be a bit limited on our influence, and our consumer goods are not the best I've ever seen. That's fine. We can deal with that. We have a lot of worlds that are underway right now, right? So, I mean, 55 consumer goods isn't a big deal, although that will likely get worse. Font of Knowledge is having issues right now, and that's because there's bribed officials and criminal underworld. For right now, these create soldiers. Okay, we could declare martial law here. And we'll go ahead and do that. We could also launch an anti-crime campaign. We do have enforcers from our system capital complex, so we'll do that as well. Now, is that a monthly upkeep? I don't know. Maybe. That only drops us to 91%. We're at -1 available jobs. What? Okay. So we really don't need these city districts. We have a lot of housing here. There's no doubt about that. But for now, we'll call that good, I think. And I don't want to get rid of any of those structures. We could get rid of the fortress and replace that instead with precinct houses. -70 crime. That might not be the worst idea. We're going to go ahead and do that.
Space charts updated.
Okay. So that's fantastic. Do we have anywhere to expand to? Well, these are terraforming right now. Any other unsettled worlds for us to terraform? We should also drop a couple of star bases down over this way. Do we need these anchorages? No. Okay. So we'll drop these to not be over cap. Excellent. Many of these star bases are truly unnecessary. Cool. There is a potentially habitable world to terraform here. We'll go ahead and get that underway. And we're going to move down to Kasora. Excellent. This generator world requires a ruler job. So we need a regular job. We're going to get an energy nexus going here, and that'll have to be demoted. We do need a scientist, and this guy is available, but this is what, a society scientist? Yeah, this expertise is not ideal for that. We're actually going to put this guy in. And then that science ship is going to gain... Let's see, which science ship was that? This one. This guy is going to go onto that science ship. Perfect. So that'll be just fine. Excellent. We're going to have to maybe deal with some of this trade over in this area. It might not be the worst idea, but for now, we're not hugely focused on that. We're doing fine economically. I'm not too concerned about it. In fact, we could maybe consider moving our trade policy over to consumer benefits. It would cut our trade income in half, which should be viable. That should be viable. Now, that'll put us wildly over on our consumer goods, but that's okay. Yeah, this is quite viable. I like it. So, what do we think about this federation? We probably want to drop our association status at some point. But right now might not be the point to do that. We're not a member of the galactic community, and we never have been. But yeah, we want to spend a little bit of time at peace here, and I also want to increase our fleet sizes, so we should go ahead and do that. Let's see here. We could take cruisers up to 13. Or battleships up to 9. And like destroyers up to 27. I don't know, that's not amazing, but we could do that, I suppose.
Has been founded.
That's quite a spike. What you doing, Stellaris? You okay? There we go. Maybe. We're still spiked. Okay, now we're good. Weird. I'm not sure what Stellaris was up to there, but that's okay. So we're going to get all of these up to 250. There we go. 3 more to go. And perfect. We'll get all of those built up, and there's also that one that needs to upgrade. We're going to send it to go upgrade. Cool. So we've established a colony over here. We, of course, instantly require a gene clinic and a habitation district. Cool. Starbase cap came up, and what do we want next? Honestly, whatever's cheapest. Army damage? Sure. That'll do fine. I think we're going to take all of our fleets here right now and send them into, like, Haven Sky. There we go. That'll be fine. Our construction ships aren't constructionating, so we should probably do something about that. There we go. This one's going to just move out over here to Lynn Tigger. That'll be fine. Okay. So we are, of course, going to have all of these up to 250 quite shortly. And these guys are going to park there and use less in terms of upkeep. So that's fantastic. 2605 alloy income. Not bad at all. Not bad in the slightest. I like it. Wow, there's a lot here. Oh, Dragon's Horde. That's why. Okay. Sounds good. This construction ship wants to build a starbase, but we are, of course, lacking in influence. We could probably drop our commercial pacts if we really wanted to. We probably could. So if we go into our diplomacy here, and we find those commercial pacts, like this one, we can come in here, and we can break the commercial pact. Okay. We can see what effect that has on us, income-wise, but I think we'll be okay with doing this. We'll end this commercial pact as well if we've got one. That's association status. Break the commercial pact. There we go.
They wish to speak with us.
And how many more? Let's see, we've got one with the Space Elf League. So we'll break that commercial pact as well. You are not a Space Elf, sir. Okay. 0.25. So there's still one more. Unless that was the Space Elf League one and that hasn't updated yet. Yes. It needs to update. Okay. Sounds good. So we'll let that update. Yeah, of course they want commercial packs with us. Everybody wants our goods. Who wouldn't want our goods? We can go ahead and build a starbase over here as soon as we can, anyway, on the next month tick. These guys are already building one, which I guess means that we are going to head up over here then. Sounds good. They building one over here? I mean, we're in competition for them for all of these locations, right? So that's not shocking that they're going to do this. We will take that eventually. But right now, we're giving it a little bit of time to see if they manage to hold their Federation together or not. Now, it does bear noting that they're pretty split here. If we were to fight them, we'd probably look at eliminating pockets over this way. And then eliminate one side, and then the other. Is what we'd probably look at doing. That said, what types of CBs do we have? Well, we can't declare on them as long as we're associated with their Federation, and they would accept us joining their Federation, for the record. But we're not going to do that. After all, they won't let us turn all of their planets into ocean worlds, and that's what we want to do. So that's very rude of them, and we're not okay with them not allowing that.
We grow ever stronger.
Now, they also can't declare on us. We're going to flood the market with volatile motes a bit here. There we go. I mean, there's not really a huge point in doing that now that we're energy credit capped, is there? We should probably not do that. But I guess it's okay for now. So this is going to be filled up over here. Rastaban is not going to be easy for us to get to. And in fact, we're going to go ahead and jump drive on out of... Actually, we're surveying it. Never mind. That's fine. That's not going to be easy for us to get to. We'll definitely be able to head down over this way. Grab some territory over here. And there's more territory to be grabbed over in Riblor as well, but we haven't surveyed that. Okay. We're heading over here. I'd like to head to Riblor. Now, what would be the best way to get there? Honestly, come back to Rastaban. We'll jump drive to Enigma's End. And then we'll go to Riblor from there. That'll be the way to go. So we'll go ahead and build our research stations and our observation post here. And then I think we're going to come over to Lemsa after that. Defense platform damage has finished up. All of these are exactly the same, so we'll just go to the top. That's fine. And this ship should now be ready to jump drive over to Enigma's End. Wait, is that out of range? It shouldn't be. What? Why is this not going? Okay, that's weird. Oh. We're in a game freeze. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, so now we've been able to tick forward. Now we're gonna go. And then from there, we come down and survey Riblor. Beautiful. And actually, instead of having this construction ship come out over here, I think instead... Well, we'll let it finish up here. We may have it come out over here instead. There's a number of locations to fill in over here that we can get to, so that's probably something that we're interested in doing. This one, we may have to jump drive to. We'll see about that. And there's a number of locations up over this way as well. I mean, the Unbidden are going to be losing additional territory. They can't defend it, so that's definitely a thing. But we are, at this point, waiting on this survey. We may want to actually come up to Nitris and head up this way. That'll do. Okay, so our other construction ship... Not you. Our other construction ship is heading up this way, and you're building the research station still? Okay. That'll take some time. So you can continue doing that. We'll let that finish up, and then we'll stop as soon as this is done. There we go. And now we're going to build that observation post, and then we're going to head up over to, say, here, Avacania. There we go. It'll take a little time to get there, but that will allow our influence time to build up, I suppose. And we'll head up to Nitris, and once we have that surveyed, we'll go ahead and make that. Now, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to finish up filling in all of these gaps. I don't think there will be any more after that, and then we'll make our final decision on what to do about the League of Non-Aligned Powers. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.